All right, Dave Knight here at Knight Capital Management. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I want to talk about today, Friday, and where I would have found value trying to trade a day like today. And I think the first thing that you as a trader, especially looking at a financial market, is to know what's going on in the world around you. So and I offer this out as kind of free advice for you, and I'm going to try to keep this to less than 15 minutes. But I think you'll enjoy this. I've set up how I want to show this trade that we're going to show today. And if we look at Forex Factory, and if you don't know what that is, forexfactory.com, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and put that into your favorites and save it. This is a great place that you can take a look at what's going on. And since I know it's a big world and whatnot, but since I trade the American markets, I only look at the European, the UK markets, USD market. I should look at the Canadian markets, and my Canadian friends out there, I do apologize. I don't really pay much attention to it because I'm really looking at the US market since I'm trading the US markets. And I only look for the red, orange, and yellow. I don't really care to see the white reports at all. So I leave that filter off and I apply that filter to it. That's kind of what I like to look at. So given that here, we can see what's going on in the two major markets, the US markets and the UK European markets. And they're both active at this point in time that we're looking. Now, here's an interesting setup. You'll notice that 8:30, red, 9:55, you see another red report. You see another red right here at 12. And the way I would have played this trading day is I wouldn't have been looking for a trade until after this last red report is out. On top of that all, we got to remember that on Monday, is according to the trade nav, is that we're going to be rolling from, in this case, August to September, and as far as the crude oil market goes, the market that I'm currently trading. So this right here is what I'd be waiting for, knowing that there's red reports in front of me. Perhaps looking at a trade at the 9:55-10 area, but definitely looking at this trading day, I wouldn't be looking for, you have a 2-hour window between 10 and 12, but you have Obama in the middle of this day. So, we treat Obama as a red report. You never know what the pontiff is going to say, so you need to be careful about having a day in front of this. So treat him as a red. Be safe, be cautious. Even trading this day is dangerous to start with, being that it's the third week of the month. I know the first day of this month was a Friday, but it is the third week of the month, and the projected roll date here as far as Trade Navigator goes. Now, if we look at the daily charts, now I've taken some liberty to add some lines in here already. I don't really want to go into the details of that. It's not really what the purpose of this video is, but I want to show you on the daily chart, we have a question mark here. See these R's that are on the Trade Navigator? This is telling you when the roll, when basically what is happening here, we're moving off of the current contract and moving out to the future contract. Now, if we get this little question mark right here, what it's saying is it says forecasted to roll from, and that all that all that notation is telling you that it's going to roll 2011-08, meaning August, to 2011-09, meaning September, on or about July 18, 2011, 7/18/2011, which happens to be Monday, which is actually Ocean Day in Japan to my friends out that way as well. So looking at this trading day setup, we're in danger zone. Not normally, who knows? And you're looking at the daily charts, you're in underneath green bar, but you're underneath the daily 200 bar MA right now. So this, taking along could be a little dangerous right now. The overall riding trend underneath might be to the short side. You certainly want to be careful on the long side right now. Notice that we've kind of in a consolidating kind of trading range period at this point, where we can look back here from the fallback that happened back from May 5th. We're still roughly in that same trading range. Really haven't made any decision whether it wants to go up or down. So that means that basically you can be long or short the market depending upon any given day. Now we want to concentrate our efforts in the 5-minute chart, and I want to talk about one point in particular. Remember that I showed the 12 o'clock right there being, what was that, 12? Remember I said, hey, look, the 12 report. 12. Here comes the 12 o'clock numbers out. And you need to give it, roughly you want to give it some time to make some decisions if you want to get into the market or not. But here's the 12, and then you need 12 to 1205. This is the 1205 bar. Remember what we said? Bank stress day is coming out, and it's coming out at 12. And this is Eastern Standard Time according to of course you can set this up to your own time zone, whatever you want to do. But mine's set up to Eastern Standard Time so that I can see the markets in my time zone. So right here, bank stress test results are coming out at 12. Normally I give it at least 5 minutes to make any decisions. And what I want to show you is that this is a 5-minute chart, but I want to show you kind of our decision trading chart, which we use the 300 trade chart. Some call it, I call it trades. Other one, I think they call it, I forget what the other name of that is on Genesis. Let me just pull it up and I can tell you. Tick chart. So not to be confused with some people that I've seen trade range or breakout bars, range, and so forth. I like to look at the bar charts, and I know other people like candlesticks and whatnot. That's all your personal preference. I had learned how to trade off of the bar charts. These make complete sense to me. Looking at, you can see the overall trend of the market at the point. Here's the 12 o'clock coming up to 12. Notice that you can see the time down here, right? So right here is where you can see the time. Here comes the numbers out at 12, and then looking at 1205, we see that we're underneath our little proprietary setup here. And if we were looking at a long, maybe we need to get above this area right through here. If we're going short, we want to come down and look at where the last low is before the 1205 mark. So here we are at 1206. Here's your low right here at the 1204 mark, and notice that it's at 97.27. I took the liberty to go ahead and actually add the entry point in here. So 97.25 was roughly filled here at the 1207 mark. Somewhere at 1207 you were filled at 97.25, give or take. It looks like you would have got your number, so it hit right here, and then the next tick must have been an uptick as this bar came across. So most likely we got 97.25 on this particular trade today. So once we have our trade in, I do want to go over one more component of my trading strategy, and that's Van Tharp talks about R. You got to define your R. You got to define your risk per trade. Today we look at 3.07, and this is the proprietary. I hate saying that word, but I call it DKADR. Stands for the average daily range, something that I have worked out. 3.07. Now we plug that into our chart here. Rounds up. 3.07 rounds up to 3.1, and we notice that we have a 31 tick risk here. So what that means in this particular market, 31 ticks translates out to $310. Now our 1P on this particular thing here, we're 12.5 off of R, is that we're looking for 38.8. Now that rounds up to 39. 77.5. Now 0.5, I know rounding rules will round up to the nearest number. That would be 78. I'm conservative on the 0.5. I need a 0.6 or better to round up. 77.5 means that I want to take it out at 77, and 116 I'm looking to take it out at 116, and so forth, so on and so forth. So looking at this particular trade, you can start seeing what 10p here, if it would move 387, or basically $3.87 in a day, you would hit the 10p profit objective. So 31 is our R, risking R, and that's what we're risking on this particular trade. We're going to risk 31 ticks to get 39 and maybe even more. So basically we're trying to win more than we lose on any given trade, just to start off with. So I wrote some notes here ahead of time so that I could go over it. Bank stress test, SR failure on 5-minute chart. So spike reversal, I guess it's really not a failure, but what I mean by that, I should say, is that the SR, the uptrend is failing here. The SR bar here, so it's a spike reversal bar, not a failure bar. So let me update my notes here. So I meant to say it's a failure of the uptrend on this particular. So it's not really an SR failure bar. It's a spike reversal bar, and we're going with a change of trend, right? So the trend is changing, and we're looking to perhaps short this market and work our way down on it. So, and here comes your signal at the 97.25 entry point 1207. I call this our hard stop. That's that 31 tick number. If you take the 97.56 and minus 97.25. Now this particular R changes daily, so just because you say, oh, today's 31, that's what he's risking, it might be another number on any given day. So every day this changes. Initial profit target 1p, so that's where our 39 kicks in, right? I think we had 38.8. So if we take 96.86 and take away 97.25, we notice that we did hit our initial profit objective roughly here at the 1244 mark. So 1207 to 1244 to run that. It comes up here to swing high around 97.28. Here's our second profit objective, 2p. I believe that's that 77 mark. So 77, 96.48 less 97.25. It does not run that. And you see that we have a rabbit, which I call our runner on any given trade. We have an all-out exit here at 96.93. Once again, I don't really going to go over how I adjusted and moved the stop to trail this trade down, but we had an all-out exit here at 96.93. So what does that mean? That means that per contract that you took out here at the first profit objective, you made 39 ticks or $390 on this trade, and the last particular area here at 97.25, and you took away 96.93. We took away 32 ticks on anything that was left over on this trade. So just say, for instance, you were trading two contracts, and just for easy math here, 320 and 390, so that's $710 trade win here on trading two contracts. And obviously our initial risk here was 31 ticks. I don't really want to go over how I moved this particular. That's part of the trading room and how we move that and so forth and so on and all that good stuff. Do we ever move to break even? Obviously we're going to move to break even at some point in this given trade, and that's for the room to figure out. So don't want to give all those secrets away, but this is how I approach this particular trade and how I would have traded today, being July 15th, 2011. And that's about, 13 minutes worth of a video, so I thought this was kind of interesting. Kind of want to give you a little bit of, occasionally like to throw out some nuggets to those that have that small account and struggling out there. It's a tough business to be in, and hopefully I can help you out to some degree and get you set. Hopefully start thinking the markets. You got to control your losses first and foremost. If you don't control your losses, you're going to be out of the game before you can even turn around and spin around twice. All right, that's about it. This is Dave Knight here at Knight Capital Management. I welcome you to take a look at our business here at knightcapitalmanagement.com. If I can answer any questions, feel free to email me anytime. I do have a phone number. I do return phone calls. Just leave me a message. I'll be more than happy to get back in contact with you. If I don't call you back, be persistent. That's my best advice. I'm a very busy person outside of trading, but I definitely get back to everybody that's persistent and consistently trying to get back to me. No doubt about that. We look forward to having you in our room if it makes sense to you at some point in the near future. If I can answer any questions, please feel free to give me a call or send me an email, and I look forward to chatting or talking to you soon. Talk to you later. Have a great rest of the weekend. That's about it. My son's playing in All-Star tournament, so we're enjoying watching him play right now. 8 and under tournament right now, so I need to get running here and get ready to go over there and watch him play. So I thought I would record this video Friday here. You can see it's like 4:18 roughly on July 15th as we're looking at this particular market. And I don't know. I don't think it's. Yeah, I guess we're. done on the day, 415, whatnot. So